Hello YouTube, it is Alston with another video. Today I'm going to bring to you 16 email marketing tips. Now these tips can be used whether you are an affiliate marketer, if you have a small business, if you are a large business, if you are working as a email marketing person in a large corporation. These 16 tips are going to help you. So let's get started. To realize is with email marketing, one of the reasons why you need to have email marketing regardless of the type of marketing that you're doing is that email marketing still converts higher than any other type of marketing out there. It converts higher than YouTube videos, it converts higher than blog posts, it converts higher than paid ads, it converts higher than SEO. So you want to make sure that you are taking advantage of email marketing because it still has a higher return on investment than some of those other avenues that I just mentioned. So tip number one, send an email every day. You want to make sure that you are sending out some sort of email every single day just to make sure that you stay in front of your customer or potential customer. Look at it like this. If you're not in front of your customer, somebody else is. And if you're not in front of that customer, someone else is making a sale or attempting to make the sale. So you want to make sure you're that person that is in front of your customer making that sale, or at least making a connection so that you can make the sale later on. Tip number two, the subject line is critical. I'm sure that you have seen emails where the subject line was boring. You happened to click on it because you had nothing else better to do, but the content was actually relevant. And I'm sure you've seen the opposite. I'm sure you've seen an email that had a crazy great headline, but yet the content was pretty bland. You want to make sure that you are creating engaging email subject titles so that you can get your customers to open that email. Opening the email is probably about 25% of the battle. So make sure that you are creating engaging titles. Tip number three, keep it short, stupid. Usually it's keep it simple, stupid, but I have adapted it to make sure that you keep it short. You want to make sure that your emails are relatively short. We no longer have time to read long drawn-out dissertations about winding topics that we may or may not care about. If you keep the email short, keep it on point, keep it on subject, you will have an engaged reader, and you will have someone that might take the action you want them to take. So make sure you keep your emails short. Tip number four, the first line of your email is almost as important as your subject line. If you're like me, you get all of your emails to your phone, and the first thing that you do is you actually read the first line of the email. That'll let you know if you should open it up and read the whole thing, if you should ignore it, or if you should send an automatic reply. So make sure that your first line of the email is almost as engaging as your subject line. Tip number five, send your emails from a person and not a company. How likely are you to read an email from Walmart.com? Not likely, because you know that most likely they're trying to sell you something. But how likely are you to open an email from Alston Godbolt? Pretty likely, because you know that I'm a good guy. So apply that same theory to when you're sending out emails. Send the email from you, a person, versus the corporation. People are more likely to open it, make a connection, and possibly even respond. So send it from you, not from the company. Number six, don't try and be cute. And what I mean by that is don't send out an email or an email blast that looks like a template. People can see a template. They can see that all of these images aren't organic. It looks forced. People aren't going to take the action that you want them to take. However, if you send an email that your grandma would send, most likely that person's going to open that email and see that their grandma sent them $50 in the mail. Anyway, make sure that you are sending emails that look like emails and not like the Sunday newspaper ads. Tip number seven, selling is not the goal, or at least not directly. So when you're sending out these emails, again, think of your grandma. Is your grandma going to try and get you to buy that new printer? Or is your grandma going to send you some information about your cousin that you really don't care about? That's how your emails want to come off. Your emails want to come off as you're either telling a story, you're telling a funny situation, something that's happened to you recently, and then, oh, by the way, you have a product or service that you've tried out and you possibly like. So make sure that you send out emails just like your grandma would send you. Number 8, use a call to action. The ultimate goal of your email campaign is to get your subscriber to take an action that you dictate. That action can be to click a link, to fill out a survey, to do a poll, whatever that action is. You want to make sure that you are dictating it to your customer. Get them to take an action. Tip number 9, easy on the links. Once again, think of your grandma. Would your grandma send you a bunch of links to this website and that website? No, she would probably tell a long, drawn-out story about something. And then at the end, she would remember the original point of the email and then possibly give you that information. You want to do the same thing. You want to tell a story, whether it's compelling, funny, what have you, and then at the very end, send those links out. Get your customers to click those links, take the action that you dictate, and then you can receive higher conversion. Number 10, and this is actually new for 2009 and going forward, you want to use relevant GIFs. So basically what those GIFs are, they're little short clips of something that's topical. For example, the GIF that pops into my head is anytime Michael Scott from The Office did something funny. If it's relevant and it's required for your story or to help tell or illustrate your story even better, use that GIF. Now, don't just put in random GIFs because you think they're funny, but make sure that they're incorporated or relevant to your story. Use those sparingly. Number 11, tell a good story. People are more likely to read your email from top to bottom if there's a story involved. That story can be compelling, it can be funny, it can be challenging to the normal thoughts and actions of you or someone else. But if you tell a story, you're going to get that person engaged. And engagement is ultimately what you want. You want that person to engage with you through that email. So if you tell a good story, that person will read, the reader will read from the top to the bottom, and then they're more likely to take the action that you dictate. However, if you tell a random story and then the action that you want them to take is completely different or off base, that customer is not going to click that link. So tell a story that relates to the action that you need them to take. Number 12, add a video when possible. People are more likely to watch a video than read a short story. With a video, you can be more dynamic, you can add in your personality that might not come through in a written document or written email. So if you have a story or if you have the time to create a video, embed it in the email, and then go from there. You can actually embed videos through YouTube and some of the other video sharing platforms that are available. Just take a look online. There are thousands of how-to videos on how to do such things. But if possible, embed that video. Number 13, use an email campaign. So this goes along with tip number 1 to email every day. You want to use an email autoresponder system that is sending out the emails for you. This is going to save you time on the back end so that you're not sitting down at the computer and having to think of an email, type it up, send it out, send it to everyone on your list. All of this will be done automatically for you if you use a system like ClickFunnels. There are a number of systems out there, autoresponders, email generation. There are tons of them out there. You can do some research, but I personally like ClickFunnels. There'll be a link in the description on ClickFunnels. Check it out. It is an affiliate link. Number 14, don't be afraid to repurpose content. And basically what that means is using content that you used at one point and cutting it up and using it in your email campaigns. So if you've written a blog post about how to wireframe a house, maybe you want to cut that up into individual pieces and send out an email on one day about finding the right nails and the next day about picking the right wood. Whatever your campaign is ultimately going to be about, don't be afraid to chop up a blog post or a YouTube video and send that out over a period of days or weeks. Your customers will not know the difference. Number 15, only send out emails about products and services that your customers care about. If you are a website building company, your customers aren't going to care about landscaping. So sending them information, regardless if you're an affiliate for them or not, don't send out that landscaping information to customers that are expecting website information. You'll lose trust, customers will unsubscribe, and those customers will go to a different company. So make sure you're staying on topic and staying on task. Number 16, prune for growth. Basically what this means is get rid of the subscribers that are not opening your emails, that are not responding to your emails, whom you've had no contact with over a period of time that you've defined. Getting rid of these people can actually save you money, can save you time, and can save you some effort. A lot of email responders out there, autoresponders out there, charge based on the number of subscribers you have on your email list. And so if you can remove 25%, that can ultimately save you a good amount of money. Number 17, before you prune for growth, make one last attempt. Send an email out. It can be an informational email. The subject line can say, "Hey, are you still interested?" And send out a quick email to see if there is any life left in that subscriber. If they don't respond, you can manually remove them from your email list and you'll save some money. So if this video has helped you out at all, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you in the next video.